Sustaining supporter of New Church Live today. Morning, friends. Pastor Chuck Blair here. Great to have you joining me for 10 minutes of morning calm. And today we're looking at the concept of gratitude. One of the things I realized in the course of ministry was that there are many possible answers to many different scenarios, and that there's a few sort of tried and true ones, ones you can sort of hold in your back pocket to use at any given time. And one of those tried and true answers that's almost always true is gratitude, simple gratitude. It does amazing things in the world. It's clearly part of the spiritual life. I believe it's how God asks us to look at the world with a sense of gratitude and celebration, where joy and hope and a positive outlook, those all become our stances towards the world. Now, of course, will we have times where we move away from it? Absolutely. We'll have times where we don't feel it. Absolutely. Will we have moments in our life in which for someone to say you have to have gratitude for that we would not be so kindly inclined towards further conversation with them? Absolutely. And yet we can always work kind of towards that deeper reset. And that's kind of the feeling of it for me, is it's working and leaning into a deeper reset around gratitude, in the most powerful ways that we can. Well, not always easy, but it's something we do need to continue to work on. And just this morning was a great example of it. This morning, I was at our local convenience store. For those of you watching locally, it's a Wawa. For those of you not watching locally, trust me, it's a cool name, a convenience store chain that's all around the Philadelphia area. And there were 5 of us there in line, and there's a middle-aged mom up front with her daughter, and it's a painfully slow process. Now, again, the unwritten rule of a convenience store at literally 9 a.m. in the morning is everybody's on their way to work. They want to grab a cup of coffee. They want to get in, pay for it, and go. And when people have long conversations, long purchases, it really kind of slows down, and it violates this unofficial rule. So this middle-aged mom was violating that rule. I wasn't even sure what she was buying. I overheard it came to about $32 when the teller told her, but it was like this long process. And between her at the front of the line, me at the end of the line, there's 5 of us there. Right in the middle was a young police officer, and hard to tell whether he was coming off duty or going on duty. But regardless, he was in a bit of a rush and was not very happy with this delay. And his unhappiness may, I think, right, we all know, may have been for any number of reasons. He may have had a bad day at work, or just had an argument with his wife, or, who knows, right? He was not happy, though. And he's rolling his eyes. He's muttering things under his breath. His body language is all twitchy. He clearly is annoyed by this. So the mom checks out, the police officer goes to the front of the line, he checks out, and the man between the police officer and myself now, he sees him use his police ID, and so he said, "Hey, can I pay for your coffee?" He's an older gentleman. And twice he offers, and police officer twice said, No. And then the police officer turns to him as he's leaving, and with a beautiful smile, he goes, "Thanks is enough." And he's using thanks is enough. Just simply saying thanks is enough. And he goes off with a smile. And I thought, that's life, right? I mean, there's so much to learn there, because that's gratitude. That's a life of gratitude, sort of on both sides, right? And the gratitude of this man offering to pay for his coffee, grateful that this man serves the use that he does in the world, and in gratitude from the police officer for the man offering to pay for his coffee. And all of a sudden, what had been an annoying little wait in a line no longer was. And my guess, I don't know, obviously, but my guess is that the police officer went out of there not thinking about how annoyed he was at that mom for the amount of time she took, but instead just deeply grateful for this man who realized what he was doing how he was serving our community. So there's just a thing to think about, folks, is really thinking about gratitude and how it can look in your life. And remember, it just is not much. It doesn't take much. I mean, it doesn't take much. And we just have to find ways again and again, sometimes forcing ourselves to really move towards gratitude. I know I was talking with someone who was asking, like, well, how do I get out of myself? How do I find myself just constantly in my own head and spinning? And the answer there is just going to be gratitude. It just is. Write a gratitude note. Shoot somebody a text as soon as you're off of this. Call somebody, write them a letter, do your own little video for Facebook. And anything you can think of that gets us into a grateful space is going to help the world, help other people, and help our communities. So that is the thought, folks. I hope that makes a lot of sense. And what we're going to do now we're going to do the more meditative part of our morning service. And the more meditative part is where we just take a little breath. We listen to a prayer bell, and then we do a little prayer, a little blessing, and saying hi to everyone out there online. So with that, dear friends, let's all get a little breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. Friends, I am wishing you a wonderful, amazing day. You are more than warmly invited to leave a written comment. Today, we will not be taking live comments, but just thank you for being part of our New Church Live family, and thank you for all you do to make the world a better place. I am grateful. Take care. Bye-bye.